We're profiling an author today in our piece on Sunday morning, and I don't know if he's going to make the bestseller list or not, because instead of a weight loss book, he's showing us how to use a small plane to gain weight.
Pilots prefer dawn's early light. They say that their planes do too. They like soaring up into clear, crisp autumn skies before the winds kick up and come sweeping down the Oklahoma plains, just like Rodgers and Hammerstein said they do.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the wind...
Moreover, morning is the only time they serve those great big breakfasts over at the Runway Cafe in the Wiley Post Airport Terminal in Oklahoma City. This is a Saturday morning breakfast club of sorts, a winged one.
Okay, who had the 2x2 with sausage and over medium eggs?
Once on the ground, they talk of flying.
I was sitting there closing all my air vents, trying to clean up all the drag I could, you know.
In this entire gaggle of rare birds, one is even a little more devoted to flying and dining than the others. That's him, Dave Heffernan. One of his favorite spots is Ozzy's at the airport in Norman, Oklahoma, home of the famous or infamous Ozzy Burger, which is essentially a grilled heart attack on a toasted bun. Dave Heffernan is so consumed by his subject, and vice versa, I might add, that he's written a new book on fly-in restaurants in Oklahoma.
Actually,
it may never be a bestseller, but it's of keen interest to a select few.
Well, tell us how you got the idea for the fly-in guide to begin with.
You want to have something to do with that airplane. I mean, a purpose for going out flying.
Dave is a former Air Force pilot who flew in Operation Desert Storm. These days, it's more like Desert Storm.
How many pounds did you gain doing this book?
During the research period, I put on about 20 pounds and lost about 5 of that, maybe.
His book covers a lot of barbecued beef and chicken fried steaks, of course, from the Panhandle to Pryor Creek, Muskogee to Chickasaw.
Where are we in the state exactly?
We're pretty far up into the northern central section of the state. We don't have too far before we're into Kansas here.
Inside Ponca City's tiny terminal is Enrique's, a very popular Mexican restaurant. Why? Because that's where Enrique put it. It's a long haul from Ponca City south all the way to the Red River, Oklahoma's border with Texas. But getting there is just half the fun. Landing is the exciting part.
Well,
that was a long flight,
wasn't exciting.
It? Well, welcome to McGee's, Bill.
What differentiates that landing strip from just a cow pasture?
Well, most pastures are they're leveler, they're wider, and there's less obstacles on them.
Catfish. It's not just a meal, it's an experience.
Takeoffs are a concern, especially with the added weight after an all-you-can-eat catfish dinner.
So your companions, sometimes you make them just eat coleslaw so that you can...
One helping only.
One helping of coleslaw.
I love these hush puppies, so they're delicious.
Next morning, Dave's up again bright and early for more dining.
Let's head on down the road. We'll go to Salasot to the Wild Horse Barbecue there.
Yeah, I've got it here in my book.
At this stop, the restaurant is 2 miles away.
In Oklahoma, you know, there's no shortage of nice folks that'll lend you the keys to their car to get out to eat. You know?
That doesn't happen in New York, where you fly in and then you ask somebody for the keys to their car. It's called carjacking. Where we are. Now, Baron, what do you think? You think it's pretty good collateral? You can loan them your truck because they're leaving an airplane here? Or?
Well, his airplane's a little older than my truck, but more than likely they're at least equal value. Nothing venture, nothing gain. Sometimes you got to go against the grain.
We flew all that way and groveled for a truck for this?
It's a funky-looking place.
Yeah.
Should I worn a tie?
They claim to have a lot of fly-in business.
How'd you say you got in here?
I flew in like this.
Dave's had so much fun, he's thinking of expanding his book and his belt size to include fly-in restaurants in neighboring states. He heard about one across the border in Beaumont, Kansas. Population at least 2, and that's not counting the new litter.
I think this is the first time I've run into this situation. Clear on the right there, Bill?
I don't think anybody's been coming down this road for a long time. Okay, this is a hotel.
Yep. This is
Hotel
it.
and restaurant. Looks like it might be available for purchase.
Yeah, I think we can probably back it into this slot right here. There's a close sign on the door, Bill. I got a little time.
Yeah, I guess we could wait. Yeah. The fact is, you don't really care that this place is closed, do you? Be honest.
You know, Bill, I really don't, because it's just getting here that really counts.
That's what I thought.